Coffee with Moshe. Today is April something, 2020. Coronavirus times, too much time on our hands, you might say. Today, I'd like to take an idea we had a while back of reading some blogs. When I started the website, I was told I have to write blogs. I had no interest in writing, but eventually it became a passion of mine to write, and I write now quite a bit. And you'll see as the years go on, the books get thicker and thicker. Esther publishes the book for us. These are books published by IKI. This is our first blog book, 2009. And I've been writing blogs ever since, and we have a book for every year. A little commercial announcement, you can buy them directly from the IKI website, autographed by me if you care, or you can get them all from Amazon. Just look up Moshe Katz on Amazon. And you could also buy books by Esther. She's written books on fitness and so forth, a lot of interesting books. So I decided to read a little bit from these books and add a little bit of flavor to them, perhaps give the background. So from the first book in 2009, from the blogs, I'd like to read what I wrote about Bill Durso. Bill Durso was one of my instructors in Ju-Jitsu back at Karate College in 2002. So the blog was written in 2009 about events that took place in 2002. When I go to seminars, I would always take notes. Each one of my seminars that I attended, I took notes and I took photographs. Here are some photographs with me and Bill Durso, who was 70 years old at the time. And as you can see, I have notes. And so I did for every seminar that I ever attended. Take notes, study, achieve things. When I wrote this blog, I don't remember exactly. I didn't write down the dates in those days. So, Bill Durso, Combat Jiu-Jitsu. When one thinks of a martial arts teacher, do the words kind, gentle, fatherly come to mind? And again, in the previous video we discussed Ben Turner's question from Ohio, and he asked me about the things that influenced me to teach the way I do. So here's an example which I hadn't even thought of then. Bill Durso, who was quite a role model, quite a good man. He was 70 years old at the time. May God give him many years. Good man. So I write here, kind, gentle, fatherly. With Bill Durso, all those words and more popped into my head. An impressive speaker with a vast amount of knowledge accumulated over many years of training in the martial arts and serving in the U.S. military. Mr. Durso is the picture of kindness and humility. With a calm, fatherly voice, he discussed his art of Ju-Jitsu, street smarts, and how to survive on the mean streets. Years of intensive training distilled to the most basic and important principles and techniques provided the basis for his classes. Again, you can see the direct connection to IKI. With respect and admiration, he spoke of his teachers, men like Michael DePasquale Sr., who has since passed on, and Michael DePasquale Jr., a man considerably younger than himself. So again, here's the point. Your teacher could be younger than you. It doesn't matter. From what I understand, the word sensei in Japanese means one who preceded you in this art. He could be younger than you. Age is not a factor. Mr. Durso exuded confidence coupled with humility. Knowledge of the street coupled with a healthy respect for the unknown. Again, back to Ben's question, a healthy respect for the unknown. Too many martial arts instructors know it all. They fear nothing. I used to see these ads in Black Belt magazine. Fear no man. You should fear people. Like they say in the book, The Gift of Fear, you should fear. Fear is a healthy thing to have. You should fear the unknown. You don't know what's out there. Not everyone present shared these qualities. Some of the younger students were a bit crass and overconfident. I recall one tall, muscular young fellow wearing his brand new Taekwondo black belt showed an unhealthy lack of respect. Mr. Durso was 70 years old at the time. The young fellow, showing he had not much between the ears, said, "Yeah, nice stuff, but can you kick a man in the head?" As if that's important. Mr. Durso said, "Yes, I can. Come up here, young fellow." The young man came up and tried to move on the old master. Mr. Durso quickly grabbed the young buck, twisted his wrist, kicked him in the inner thigh, and put him squarely flat on the ground. At that point, Mr. Durso gently tapped him on the head with his foot as he lay on the ground. You see, I just kicked you in the head. You are very tall, and I am rather old. Why should I have to kick you all the way up there at your head, 6'2"? It is easier for me to kick you while you are on the ground. I got the message. Hopefully the young, too proud black belt got his as well. Mr. Dorso did not try to impress us with fancy moves or high kicks. For a double lapel grab, he suggested the following. When someone grabs you, first thing, thank God, because the possibilities in this situation are unlimited. The attacker is not too bright, he told us. Strike to his nose, to the breastbone, to the diaphragm, solar plexus, take a knee out, take an ankle out. You could do an open hand strike to the side of the head. He showed us that we already had all the tools we needed to defend ourselves. We just needed to learn how to use them. So again, back to Ben Turner's question, here we see a man, 70 years old, didn't look like the cover of the fitness or Muscle and Fitness magazine, but he knew what to do. Simple techniques that we all can learn. Simple moves, palm strike, an elbow, a short knee kick, no backspinning jump kicks. We have all the tools we need. We had to become aware of what we already had in our arsenal. Personal safety did not depend upon learning an entire new language or learning to do a double flying side kick while jumping over a building with your pants on fire. The key was simplicity, awareness, humility, and respect for the threat. Remember, this is 2002 we're talking about, 18 years ago. He wrote the following, or he said the following, and I wrote it down. Always appear passive in the face of an aggressor, he warned us. Do not get caught in the center of two guys. Move over towards one. Take out one guy completely, then move over to the other guy. Or deal with one guy enough to get him out of the way a bit. Take out the second guy completely, go back to the first guy. With knife attacks, he stressed concepts I would later learn in Krav Maga. In defending against the knife, always think what will happen if, after you block the thrust, he pulls his hand back and cuts you with a blade. Dorso stressed that Ju-Jitsu was not a sport, it was a street combat art. Like Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, Bill Dorso stressed balance. Balance, always important. Nose over navel. He said to us, the easiest guy to take out is the guy out of balance. Again, back to IKI. I always stress, every technique we do should be easy, and you must always be balanced. Never during any IKI technique for a split second are you off balance. Every step of every technique, you must be balanced. If you're off balance, you're doing it wrong. Go back and watch the video. This was at Dr. Beasley's Karate College summer seminar, where high-ranking and low-ranking martial artists from all over came to learn and share. Most did not wear their black belts. They did not come to show off. They had nothing to prove. Personally, I found the Karate College experience invaluable, and I continue to draw lessons from that experience. And I wrote here, good thing I tend to take a lot of notes. In fact, when people were looking for me, they would say, where's the guy who takes the notes? So these are some of my early lessons in the year 2002 from Bill Dorso and the general environment over there. You come to learn. Don't come to a seminar to teach others if you're the student. Don't come to show off. Come with humility. Come to learn.